I'm so excited to be here tonight to talk to you about NutraMetrix and what we do in NutraMetrix and how it can impact your business. Before I get started, though, I'd like to hear from all the NutraMetrix consultants and health professionals in the room. Where are our NutraMetrix consultants and health professionals? For those of you that don't know what NutraMetrix is, we are the division of the company that focuses on getting our health and nutrition products into the hands of health professionals. Because wouldn't you agree, we have the best health and nutrition products in the world, right? How many of us have had a positive experience because of one of our health and nutrition products? How many of you have had customers that have had a positive impact in their health because of the health and nutrition products? So doesn't it make sense that doctors should have access to this information as well? Well, see, in NutraMetrix, we work with doctors and health professionals of all types. We work with your traditionally trained medical doctors, and we work with naturopaths, nutritionists, physical therapists, acupuncturists, and you guys know these people. I mean, how many of you go to an eye doctor? How many of you go to a dentist? How many of you go get massage therapy? How many of you go to a chiropractor? You already know people in your existing network who are health professionals, and they have patients coming to them each and every day asking them what products they should be taking. So if you're not approaching them with our product line, you're missing out on a huge opportunity. But in order to work with health professionals, you have to get trained. There's unique knowledge that you need to have. Right? You need to learn about the tools that we provide in NutraMetrix. In NutraMetrix, we have some systems that aren't available anywhere else in the company. Right? We have, for example, our GeneSNP DNA analysis, where we can actually help a health professional match products to a patient's needs based on their DNA. So we offer a complete suite of customized nutraceuticals. Many of them are the ones you already know and love, like OPC3. They're just in a different package. Right? We provide those services to the health professionals, and that helps the health professionals improve their patient health, and it helps improve the bottom line of the practice. We bring profitability to the practice as well. So how do we do this? Well, how does it work? Once an unfranchised owner like you gets trained as a NutraMetrix consultant, we teach you how to go out and work in the practice and do what we call a discovery meeting. The discovery meeting is where we sit down with the practitioner and we ask them questions about their practice. We ask them questions about their goals. We ask them questions about their patient concerns. And based on the answers to those questions, we're going to put together a proposal. That proposal will include what products are going to be the best fit for that practice, what services. Maybe it's TLS Select. TLS Select is our TLS program that's customizable for a practitioner's office, incorporating things that they already do, like blood tests or lab work or food allergy testing or some type of physical therapy. And then we're going to put together a proposal based on what services they can provide through our product line, and then we're going to show them how to implement that product line into their practice. Now, to help you understand how powerful this can be, I'm going to encourage two practitioners to join me on stage. First, we're going to bring out Dr. Tamara Weinstein, who is a physical therapist, and we're going to bring out Dr. Ed Flores. If you guys could please join me on stage. Can you tell us a little bit about how NutraMetrix has impacted your physical therapy practice and what it's done for your Market America business?
Sure. So I've been working with NutraMetrix in my practice for a while. Really, for me, my primary purpose was really for patient outcomes, right? I wanted to help my patients get healthier and heal quicker. And the amazing NutraMetrix products have really had that impact to improve my patient outcomes. And in addition to that, it's, as Brandi was talking about, really improved the cash flow into the practice as well. So I've been working with the company now for a while, and the business end of things has sort of kicked into play, and now I have the opportunity to earn that ongoing residual income from NutraMetrix.
That's fantastic, and she is a professional coordinator.
Yes.
Now, one of the things that I understand is that working with insurance companies can be quite difficult, and that's one of the challenges that many of our practitioners face is, and many of the patients don't understand this, but we know what's supposed to be covered by our policies. We don't realize that sometimes the practitioners have to fight to get paid the reimbursements that they're supposed to have. Has NutraMetrix helped offset that at all for you with the insurance?
Absolutely. The insurance reimbursement rates have been on a steady decline. It's really discouraging, especially when you have a lot of overhead and you have staff to pay, et cetera. So having that extra influx from NutraMetrix has made a tremendous impact. And I actually have the opportunity to spend more time with my patients and give them that ability to have my hands-on healing, because I'm not running them through as quickly as I would have to see as many patients in a day for the reimbursement.
That's awesome. Is there anything that you'd like to share with our audience today about why other allied health professionals might be considering NutraMetrix or should offer NutraMetrix to their patients?
Absolutely. First and foremost, I think the patient outcomes is the number one reason. What I find is using the supplementation as an adjunct to therapy really speeds up that process, and it helps me progress my patients through the program much quicker. So I think for any allied health professionals, why wouldn't they want to help their patients feel better and increase their healing time, right? So nutrients are really important. If you don't have proper nutrition in your body, sometimes it becomes very difficult for them to actually heal. So by helping with the nutrition on top of our hands-on healing, we really make a difference. So allied health professionals should be a little bit more open. I do find that sometimes they say back to me, well, you know, I'm not a physician and I don't prescribe medication. And I do understand that, but we're in the business of educating our patients, and that's really key. And we can educate them on proper health and nutrition, and that does include supplementations. So I'm not prescribing to my patients, but I'm absolutely offering them information that I've learned and then passing that on in terms of what I've read in different studies and what I found working with the supplements. So it's okay to just, you know, pass on in terms of education versus prescribing.
And there's been a shift, I believe there's been a shift in the industry as well, that in your professional organizations, when you go to your professional continuing education trainings, are they talking about promoting overall wellness?
They absolutely are. So, and you know, I've been practicing for over 20 years now, and I have to say, a lot of therapists that I've worked with that, you know, graduated back from when I did said, well, isn't this sort of out of our scope of practice? Well, the scope of practice for the American Physical Therapy Association at this point, the whole movement now for 2020, 2026 is actually health and wellness. So there's, I think, a big shift across the board for us as allied health professionals to really start implementing that health and wellness, because, and patients are really asking for it too. I think that's part of the drive for it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Dr. Flores, in your medical practice, you see a lot of critical care patients. And what we talk about NutraMetrix a lot is promoting optimal health. And by the time your patients are coming to you, they're already pretty sick. So they're not really looking for optimal health, but you've still found a way to help your patients with the products. And you're really passionate about training other physicians and other people on how to incorporate products into a health plan. Can you just speak to that, please?
Brandi, thank you for having me up here. It's an incredible honor to address this crowd. And I just want to let you guys know, you UFOs, that we're here to support you guys so that you can come in front of your clients and be able to address their issues, knowing that we got powerful products that are off the chain. Our products are the best. Now, I will tell you, after 30 years of spending time in an ICU, I love the ICU because the peaks are high, but the valleys also are very low. And Brandi, we're seeing people at the end of life having lived life where no intervention was done. We're using man-made chemicals to treat our patients, and what are we getting? We're getting side effects. We're getting no real intervention. We're getting Band-Aids being put on the problem. You know, we are completely computerized now in medicine. I tell my fellow doctors, what are we doing here? Our patients come into the ICU every 2 or 3 months. What are we doing? We're cutting and pasting histories and physicals together. Who's talking to the patient? Who's at the bedside? Well, I think there's a time to make a difference, because when I look at the statistics, I'm appalled. 67% of doctors are on supplements, and only half of them are actually advising their patients to be on it. Who are we treating? Are we treating the patient, or are we treating the lawyers?
That's exactly right.
I don't know about all my other friends, but I took a Hippocratic oath not to the legal association, but to my patients. And so when my wife came up to me with these products, I told her, you're crazy. that's nothing but snake venom. Don't do it. And she said, what's wrong with you? Like a good wife could. I said, I've got 3 board certifications. I'm going to go ahead and investigate this, and I'll tell you why you're wrong and why they're no good. By the 3rd day, I went up to my wife, Norma, who's sitting right over there. Hey, babe. And I said, honey, you're a genius. You're a genius. I investigated these in my research program before I went into practice. If I'd have known that they were available, if I'd have known that JR was bringing them to us, I would have jumped on this bandwagon long ago. So I'm about making a change and standing up for my oath and doing what's right for the patients, because I know after 3 board certifications, I know that this is the right thing. It's the right thing for me. It's the right thing for my wife. It's the right thing for my children. It's the right thing for my patients.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I mean, isn't this powerful? You just heard from an allied health professional and a medical health professional that both shared with you how important the products are for their patients. And the sad part about this, not that what they said, but the sad part of it is this is the best kept secret. Other practitioners that are out there don't know that we have these incredible products. And so we need your help. We need you to go out as our army of people that are helping to educate the practitioners that these options are there for them. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Absolutely, Brandi.
And so we have partnered with these incredible practitioners that are part of our clinical faculty, and we want you to come to NutraMetrix consultant training and our NutraMetrix health professional trainings if you are a health professional, so that you can learn from clinical faculty members and experienced health professionals that will teach how they've been using the products in their practice. Thank you both so much for joining me on stage today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Let's talk about the financial part for a second, because I want you to understand how this can impact you in your business as well. It's great that we can help people with their health. It's great that we can help change the health of our country. But let's talk about how it impacts the unfranchised owner. Well, you have to keep in mind that practitioners already have a built-in, quote-unquote, customer base. We don't refer to them as customers in the health professional arena. We call them patients. But that's really what they are. They are patients that are going to the practitioners, and they're buying services from them. And as they add on products, they can generate additional revenue for the practice, which is very much needed because the climate, the economy of healthcare has changed. Right, so let's say we talk about a very specific example using something very simple, our daily essentials packets. How many of you know and use and love our daily essentials packets? They're so easy, they're so convenient, there's 4 great products in one, and they're a really great value. So if we start off just with a practitioner, a small practice that maybe has 5,000 patients, and we start with that one product, the daily essentials packets, we can show that practitioner that just by getting about 10% of their patients on a wellness regimen with that one product, we can generate significant revenue for them. Well, what kind of revenue would that look like? Well, let's just look at the retail profit. Just on retail profit alone, keep in mind, we're used to base 10-7 strong, where we're each working with a small group of customers, but because the practitioners already have a built-in customer base, they can scale up very quickly. So after 6 months of implementing, they might have 250 patients purchasing the product every month. After a year, it might be 500. So with 500 patients purchasing just the daily essentials packets every month, that's $5,000 per month of retail profit alone for that practice. Now, what if they added in additional products? Instead of just the daily essentials, they did a custom cocktail that had multivitamin, B complex, calcium, vitamin D, and OPC3. With that particular example, they'd be generating about $14,500 a month in retail profit alone. Then add in the BV. Going back to the daily essentials packet, that same 5,000 patient practitioner base, right? They could be generating about $163,000 when we combine the BV and the retail profits. So how many of you think that you know a practitioner that might be able to benefit from an extra 6 figures of profit coming into their practice? Now, how many of you would like to be able to get that $17,500 BV each and every month that that practitioner generates? Right? So there's a lot of potential for you to have BV move through your organization. And we have a lot of successful NutraMetrix consultants. I know you're going to be doing recognition about challenge winners tomorrow. I just wanted to acknowledge all of our great challenge winners that were recognized last night. We have some incredible challenge winners working with us with NutraMetrix. And I want to talk to you about, where do you go to learn more, right? Well, you're going to leverage the tools. We have a ton of great videos available on Meet On. We have over 175 videos on the Meet On channel if you just search for NutraMetrix. We have our own YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube and you search NutraMetrix, you'll see that we have patient education videos. We have overview videos that show the business model of NutraMetrix. We have NutraMetrix.com where you can learn about our products, GeneSnip.com, TLSSlim.com, because TLS is a big part of what we do in NutraMetrix. We have a NutraMetrix overview video. If you're working with somebody that might make a good potential NC or NutraMetrix consultant, show them the university overview. You can send an email to webinars@NutraMetrix.com, and that will give you the schedule of our monthly national calls where we talk about different topics each month. So what are your next steps to learn more beyond that? You're going to want to make sure that you attend our breakout session tonight. This evening at 9 o'clock in the Symphony Ballroom, we're going to feature some of our best health professionals and our most successful NCs. Lisa Grant's going to be there with us talking about NutraMetrix. Dr. Stan Pierce is going to be talking about, as a chiropractor, how NutraMetrix has impacted his practice. We're going to have Julie Landseedel, one of our HPs of the year, talking about how it's impacted her practice. You're going to learn more about GeneSnip. You're going to learn more about TLS Select. You want to make sure you visit the NutraMetrix booth on the concourse. We have tons of marketing materials up there you can take a look at and see what we have to offer, and you can purchase your ticket to the next NutraMetrix training. We have 4 NutraMetrix consultant trainings coming up this year. We have 1 health professional product and implementation training, and you'll want to learn about this by visiting the booth. We also are going to be doing 5 regional kind of events where Dr. Deidre Mason and Sarah Tugender are going to be doing some GeneSnip and TLS Select boot camps in 5 different areas of the country throughout the year. So lots of opportunities for you to learn about NutraMetrix. We hope to see you tonight at the breakout and up at the concourse. Thank you very much, everyone.